What's up, my YouTube friends? Excuse me. Welcome to another episode of Questions from the Truck, number 8. Got a lot of questions this week. Thank you for them all. So, you guys know how this works. Ask your questions below. Model railroad, woodworking, I don't care. Just ask them below and I get you answers from the viewers or from myself if I can. So this week's questions. I got a bunch of them. And let's start off with... I'm going to start off with Dale PRR Guy Bass. Hey Dale, what's up my friend? Hope you're doing well. No pie this month. It's Lent. So Dale wants to know. Dale's got a pretty long question, but I'll put the entire question, kind of lunch on me there. Put the entire question in my description below. You know, it's crazy. It's snowing. Just like flurries, but it's snowing. Oh man, this weather's nuts. I'm telling you. Back to the show, sorry. So Dale's question is, when you're running freight trains, specifically mainline freights, how do you come up with your concept? Do you just randomly pick? Or do you go by industry only on your layout? Or do you recreate what you see out rail fanning, or all the above? Well, I know you're going to get some answers that are pretty in-depth. My answer to you is do what you want to do. I know, man. It's just, do what you want to do. It's, I guess it would be like, if you're running mainline, anything could be going through the mainline, right? But if you're doing switching, then switching is... should be what your industry is, right? So if your industry is lumber and you got a bunch of tank cars, it doesn't fit, right, when you're switching layout. But mainline, anything goes through the mainline. Have at it, brother. Have fun. Thanks for your question, Dale. Answer Dale's question below. My next question comes from Engineer Hall. Thank you, Mr. Hall, for your question. And Rich wants to know, when you're using homsote, should you coat it with Thompson's water seal or not? Yeah, man, I never heard of that one. But I can kind of understand why you would want to coat it with something, only because I think homsote, once it gets wet, it kind of swells up. I don't know what Thompson's would do to it though. I wonder if it would swell it up. I would test a piece, test an area first before you committed to doing the whole thing, just because you don't want to mess up your layout. Get some scrap and test it out. So, answer Rich's question below. And my next question is from Rick Bailey. What's up, Rick? So Rick has two questions for me. I'm gonna his first question, his original question, I'm gonna hold off because it's a longer answer. Rick's question is, when you're laying track on curves, what's the best way to join two pieces of isolated track? And Rick had more of that question, more of a question too. I just did like a cliff note. So I think the gist of it was, and he just doesn't want to use rail joiners or something. I don't know. Look in the description, please, for the full question, because it was just a long question, and I didn't want to write it all down. Don't tell So help Rick out with that. And then Rick's other question, to me mostly is, and if you guys know the answer, but I kind of found the answer. Why do they call the doodle bug the doodle bug? And that was in my last questions from the truck. I had a video of the doodle bug. Maybe if I still have it, I'll put it somewhere here or there, or little clip I'll throw in. But Rick, my railroad friend couldn't tell me, so I had to do a little investigating. So back in the early 1900s, the doodle bugs were like a commuter town-to-town rail, like pre-trolley and all. Well, not pre-trolley. Trolleys were around since the 1800s, so it kind of was like a multi-purpose vehicle. It transported commuters, mail, freight. That's why on our doodle bug you see that big freight door. It transported freight. So the doodle bug got its name from. It originally was called the Huddle bug, Hoodle bug, HOODLE bug. And at the time, it was also in these small towns, it was like the predecessor to the school bus. So I guess Hoodle, I don't know what Hoodle means, so look it up. But so it got its name that way, and also when the first one came about in, I think, the late 1800s, early 1900s, when the Union Pacific had one originally, and the operator or conductor of it called it a potato bug. And of that, doodle bug came, and same thing with the huddle bug, hoodle bug. Doodle bug came from it. I guess they didn't like that name. Doodle sounded better, I guess. I don't know. That's the answer to that, Rick. Thanks for that question. And I have a question for you guys. My question is, do metal wheels help keep your track clean? That's what I want to know from you guys. So that's it, man. Hey, thanks for your questions. And if you posted a question, I'm doing this video Friday because, again, I'm going to be busy this weekend. Tomorrow, which would have been yesterday, Saturday, I'm going down to Baltimore to the Trolley Museum to do some work. And it's going to be a long day, and I'm going to be tired. So doing a show on Saturday like I sometimes do, so it'll be out Sunday morning. That's not happening, so I'm doing it Friday. So I apologize if you asked a question and it's like Friday night a couple days ago, and I didn't get to you, but I'll get to you on the next show, I promise. So I wish you all a blessed coming week, and I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Until the next time, God bless, be well, see ya!